From the studio of WTAP Plus, you're watching Women of the MLV with host Phyllis Smith.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Women of Mid-Ohio Valley. Joining me today is Pam Creel. She is the owner of Wine Down on Market is that on Market Street in downtown Parkersburg?
Yeah, 701 Market Street.
That is a very fitting name then.
Yep.
And so, Pam, you are a very successful small businesswoman, and I wanted to talk to you kind of about that. And so we were talking a little bit before. You own that building that Wine Down is in.
Yep.
And so, how long has Wine Down been there?
We just celebrated our 4th year, so we are moving into our 5th year.
Oh, that's exciting.
Downtown here, yeah.
Yeah, and did you own the building before that too?
So when, right after COVID, 2021 is when we kind of had the idea we wanted to do a wine bar, and I was in the boutique. Actually, my salon was next door, 2 doors down, and we were wanting to do something, and we were looking for a building. We didn't know that we would own a building also, but it kind of they offered a package deal, and so we ended up buying a building and opening a restaurant the same year.
Oh wow, that's ambitious.
Fun.
And you do this with your husband?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I definitely run the restaurant. He does more of the property business and does all that. He's our maintenance guy.
And you own Creel Properties?
So Creel Properties, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we own that in a different LLC.
What did it kind of take to create that?
A
A lot of work, I'm assuming.
Yeah, a lot of work. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I mean, when I opened a salon years ago, went to MOVRC here locally, so the regional council. They were fantastic in helping me with a business loan, get some financing to open my salon. And I actually started that in the hospital at Camden Clark, and then we moved it downtown. And then, so they helped me with another loan when I opened the salon downtown. And so when we were looking to do this new venture, we reached out to them again, and I had success with them before. And that's where the Small Business Development Center kind of leads you toward that anyway, because it's a local thing. And so we created a business plan, and yeah, it just seemed to work out. We ended up purchasing both. We purchased the whole building. So we rent to ourselves through the we had 2 different LLCs. It can get a little complicated, but we thought that would work. So, and then here we are. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit complicated, but I don't know if that answers your question a little.
Yes. So I know sometimes if people grew up, like if someone in their family had a small business, did you grow up with someone owning a small business in your family?
Not in my family. But my husband came from a family. His dad was in the heating and cooling business, plumber most of his life. They absolutely advised against.
No, I told you don't do it.
Opening your own small business. But I always wanted to. I mean, that's why I had my own salon business for many, many, many years. That's what I started in, and then, I was ready to retire from that. I did hair for 30 years and was ready to do something else. And, we thought, why not? It would be fun.
Yeah, and that was four years ago, going on 5?
About 4.5 years ago, yeah.
So what made you pick a wine bar? You're kind of saying you saw like a need for it in the area?
So, I mean, Kip and I started to learn about wine many years ago. We had some friends who, we were drinking wine with. We had some other friends we had this course. We ended up getting this small group together, and we were meeting like every month at somebody's house. We would take turns, and we would learn about wine. And Kip and I really enjoyed it. We enjoyed the community of it. We enjoyed sharing it with others, sharing the experience with others. And 2020 came around, and changed a lot of things for a lot of people.
Yes.
And, you know, we had time to think about things, and I was ready to kind of put an end, like I said, to my salon career. And then ended up, we were like, you know, we love wine, and wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be fun to have a wine bar? And so, you know, we were throwing around the idea of that, and we, you know, there are a lot of places in town that you can get some wine here and there, and you know, we have some nice restaurants and stuff, but we didn't feel like, it's like, oh, well, if we really want good wine tonight, like we're going out on a date night or something, like we really want good wine, we got to go here, but if we really want good food, we got to go here, and we wish we had something that, so we try to create our perfect date night place or girls' night out, because my girlfriend and I really enjoy drinking wine and chit-chatting together and having small plates and stuff like that, and so that's kind of how that all came about and got created.
Yeah. How did you go about picking a menu?
Oh, so the menu has evolved for sure.
Yeah.
We went around to some places, locally. We went up to Columbus. Kip and I, over the years, anytime that we would travel anywhere, I traveled a lot for business for the salon, in the salon industry, and so we would always like try to find a wine bar in the area, because we, you know, and so we got a lot of ideas from other places and what do we want to do, and we kind of wanted to start with just small plates and keep a menu really small, and we really thought it was going to be more wine focused, but I mean, now after 4.5 years, you know, you figure out what the community wants and all that stuff, and so it's developed over time. So we have a few entrees. We have about 4 entrees, but the chef that we have now, we always do an entree feature every week, so we add a few entrees. That's working out really well for us to give our chef some flexibility and some creativity to like add some things without having this huge menu, because we really want fresh ingredients. We want everything to be kind of made to order, like all the fresh stuff, and so that's why we have the menu that's so small. Our wine menu, however, is quite extensive. So we have like over 130 different types of wine, different bottles of wine from all over the country, and so that's quite extensive. But our little food menu is kind of small, but it's pretty darn good for being small even.
And the wine, do you get that from one supplier, or? We
have a couple of different suppliers. We do have a main supplier that 90% of our wine comes from, just because they're very easy to work with. They bring us options for wine that, like some really good quality wines, probably that people haven't heard of necessarily, but like from more boutique winemakers and things like that. And so the prices are usually a little bit lower, so it's a better value for quality wine, if you don't mind not, you know, sometimes you have to buy that label. And so we're kind of more focused on that. Now we do have some some well-known labels, but we don't sell a whole lot of those. We sell a lot of the other stuff because we really enjoy it.
Now I know if the guy's got to go on date night, do you have any beer options?
We do have a few beer. We do. We have 4 beer on tap. I think we're one of the only places we're one of the very few places that has Guinness on tap. So we have a nitrous, I think it's nitrous. That's for our Guinness, and then we have 3 other beer on tap, and then we have 3 bottled beers.
Oh, wow.
So we have some flexibility, and we have cocktails, which we have become very well known for our cocktails.
Oh yes, everybody likes to, Instagram, take a picture of their cocktail. And mocktails have you found that?
We do mocktails as well. Yeah. Yeah, they've become very popular over the last couple years. I mean, that started probably about 3 years ago or so with like Dry January.
Yes.
And so that's developed. And then this younger generation isn't drinking as much alcohol, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask, are you a dry or sweet wine?
I'm a dry girl.
Dry girl.
I like a good dry wine.
Yeah, you like red?
We started sweet. I mean, when you first get into wine, you start on the sweet end, and as the years go by, your palate develops, and you you like different things. But I also, I mean, I can absolutely appreciate a good dessert wine as well.
You like red
So,
or white?
I like both.
You like both?
I have a
Don't
tendency to
discriminate, yeah.
lean towards whites.
Okay.
Just because they're a little bit easier they're just a little bit easier to drink.
Mhm.
And easier to drink on their own. But I mean, I like a really good red too.
Right, right. And like I know certain things pair better with a white
Yes.
and pair
Yep.
better with a red, you know.
Yeah, and we
so-
offer that kind of stuff too. We usually have, some pairings and things, and we do
Right.
wine tastings where we talk about that. And we have 6 wine dinners every year that we talk about.
Oh.
Like we actually put the whole meal together based on the pairings and stuff. So
And then like
yeah.
there's wine flights, is that what they're
We have
called?
wine flights as well.
Oh, wow.
We've got 12 or 13 different flights.
Oh wow.
One of them is like a designer flight, so you can create your own. So
Mm.
we have lots of information here. So we have
Yeah.
so we
But
have
lay it
that.
on
We have
me.
a lot of wine, but we
It's kind
also
of close wine o'clock.
right. So we also have a lot of wine that we offer by the glass, and we have a special tap system, similar to a beer tap system. So we have
Oh.
like a food grade gas that goes into the bottles, pressurizes the bottle a little bit, and keeps it from oxidizing the wine. So we're able to offer a lot more wines. We offer about 30 different wines by the glass.
Wow.
And they stay fresh. So it's not just sitting on the counter, on the shelf, on the bar, or stuffed in the refrigerator. It's actually kept at the right temperature and kind of kept fresh. And so we can offer more, and that's where the flights come in. So, you can come in and have 3 different wines at we do 2-ounce pour. And so you get 3 different wines that you can taste, and you're like, oh, I really like that. It's great for exploration, right? It's great for if you're not sure exactly what you like, or you think you might like this, but you want to try something that's similar. Or I mean, the sky's the limit with the flights that we can do. So
Right. It sounds like you're kind of unique in the area for what you offer.
a little bit, yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
That's good. Because
Yeah.
I know, downtown, it is, I think, you're trying to get people to come down there.
Yeah.
And sometimes businesses can change a lot. But it seems like you have had some staying power in the area.
We're trying.
Yeah.
And I mean, we are growing. I mean, if you want to talk about business, like we are absolutely growing. Our first year in business, we saw close to 20% growth after the first year. The second and third year and fourth year, we're seeing into the 20 to 25% growth in business, which is almost unheard of, especially for a restaurant. I'm really proud of that.
You should.
I mean,
you should be.
Obviously, we're doing something right.
Yes.
And this year we are. I mean, I was just looking at numbers because I do some coaching, business coaching and stuff, and we were looking at numbers, and I mean, we're at like the average for this year is at 34% growth, which I didn't think we could get above 20-ish
Oh,
where we
wow.
were. So I'm thrilled about that.
Yes.
But we're doing, we're paying attention to the customers. What's our community? Who's coming in? What are they wanting? We're trying to, give an experience, give not just a dining experience, but we're trying to offer some other things with. So, we do have some events and things that we try to do that kind of help to give people a little bit more. So many people around here say, there's nothing to do, we need stuff to do. And so we try to offer a little bit more. And I think that helps us with the staying power.
Yes, I remember a couple years ago, some of us here were trying to find somewhere to go for Easter, for brunch,
Yeah.
and a lot of places were not open, and we saw wine down on Market was,
Yeah.
so that's where we went for Easter brunch, and
Cool.
I remember we had mimosas and eggs Benedict,
Yeah.
and I think that was maybe when you all had maybe first just opened.
Probably.
Was it? Did you open right after COVID kind of was on the?
2022?
Okay, so
2022. So it took us a little bit. When things started to open after COVID, things started to open back up. That's when, we were starting to look, and Mango was still in business, so they were ready to go out of business. And
I was trying to remember the name of the
it
place
was
that was there
Mango's,
before.
yes. Mango Latin Bistro, and we loved going there. We were sad to see it go, but we were like, oh my gosh, it's this like the perfect little spot. It's right here downtown. It's on Market Street. It's They have we've got a little bit of an outdoor space.
Yes.
So we've got few seats on our porch. We wish we could expand a little bit more. And yeah, it's a little loud on 7th, on the corner of 7th and Market, but people enjoy it. My gosh, with this beautiful weather, people
Yes.
have really been taking advantage of.
Yes. And you were just at Taste of Parkersburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just at Taste of Parkersburg. It was a 4th year at Taste of Parkersburg.
Oh, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure people were coming up and
Yes.
getting their wine.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then you just got an award from Goldman Sachs.
I graduated from a program, from
Oh,
their
okay.
program,
Oh, wow.
10,000 Small Businesses. I'm not sure exactly when they started that program, but probably about 5 years ago or so. And it's 10,000 small businesses is what they were trying to reach and help 10,000 small businesses grow. And at this point, when we graduated, we were like they're in the 17,000s at this point. But that was great. I learned about the program, excuse me, last year through Downtown PKB and so I was like, let me check it out. We had to apply for it. I actually had to have an interview, answer some questions. We had to put a lot of financial stuff in, all that. But it was great. It was only the second cohort that they did in West Virginia in the last 5 or 6 years, however long they've been doing it. So I'm proud to be part of that and graduated with the program. I think, again, so like I was talking about numbers a little bit earlier, I mean, it really helped me look at some things. Like I was looking at some things in our business and how do we grow and how do we do this, but I think it helped just to multiply it a little bit, to focus it in, help me speed it up a little bit because it really made me sit and think about stuff and like, you've got to get this stuff done so you can graduate. And so I'm really proud of that.
Yes. Was it a virtual class?
Most of it was virtual. We had the very beginning was down in Charleston, and then at the very end, the last couple days were down in Charleston, and we met in person. But I mean, I've absolutely formed some friendships and things that I believe that will, business friendships that will probably keep for a while. So
you manage Wine Down on Market and you still have your salon?
I don't have the salon anymore.
Oh, okay.
Got out of that right before I opened.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it kind of seems like you kind of know a little bit about everything, like with running a small business.
I definitely an entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes, yes. And I feel it must be, I can't imagine how terrifying it is to try to launch your own small business.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you either have that spirit or you don't.
I have always wanted to do it.
Yes.
My husband has not always wanted me to do all these things, but he knows he can't hold me back.
So you might as well just join you.
So he might as well just join me. And at least this one, he enjoys drinking wine. Because when I
numb the pain.
when I did the salon, my main focus the last probably 12 years in the salon business was hair loss, and my husband's bald.
Oh.
And so it didn't really go together.
Oh yeah, that is
all that
funny.
well.
But you probably you're your own boss.
I enjoy being my own boss.
Yes, you can make your own hours.
Yes.
And
Kind of.
Kind of.
If you want to call it that.
Well, I'm sure. I mean,
Yes.
I'm sure. I can't imagine. How many hours a week do you think you were working? Like, or do you
My
work
husband
like
says 120.
Oh my god.
And it's not that many. I don't, as a small business owner, there's not a time when I'm not thinking about it really.
It's always in the
hard
back of your
not
mind.
to think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, even when we're away from here, we're going out on a date, or even when we're just at home, maybe having a glass of wine, I'm thinking about this wine, and I'm thinking about, well, how can I do this, and how can we do that, and there's always things to think about, and it is a little bit easier. So we're closed on Sunday and Monday, and so it is a little bit easier to detach on Sunday and Monday, but sometimes that's when I get a lot of work done because I don't have to be there at the restaurant.
Yes. So how did you build your team down there?
Team has evolved since we started. We did start out with a little bit of a different structure at the very beginning, and quickly, that first year was rocky and rough, to be honest with you, and it is for a lot of small businesses, I'm sure.
Some don't make it, I think, in that first
Some
year,
of them don't make
right?
it. Some of them don't make it in the first 3 years. So to have the growth that we're having is incredible at 4.5 years in. So, I mean, the team has just evolved, and I do have high standards, but the consumers expect certain things, and I'm going with, what the marketplace is asking for. They want experience, they want hospitality, they want to feel a part of something, they want to feel part of a community. And so I need a team that can do those things also, that fit in alignment with what our mission is, what our values are, and that they understand what those things are.
How
So,
many employees do you have?
I think we have 10 or 11 right now, so it usually fluctuates somewhere between 9 to 11 depending on the month.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's a good amount of people to, manage and schedule. And
Sometimes it's a lot.
Yes. Yes.
So, but yeah, no, it's good.
It
It's
seems
not too bad.
You must have to juggle a lot of things at one time.
I do juggle a lot of things.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes I've got 3 different things going on at one time, and yeah, there's a lot of juggling.
Was there a big learning curve getting into the restaurant business?
Absolutely.
How
Absolutely.
do you teach it? Do you just learn on the fly, or is there
I
a
did.
book you can read?
I mean, I have read books. I do business coaching. I have a phenomenal coach that we work on personal development, and we work on business development. I think that helps. I feel like I've grown as a person over the years. My leadership has grown. Those are things you have to invest in yourself so that you can invest in others, and that you can grow things to where you want. I mean, there is a lot, but yes, opening a restaurant, like I never dreamed. Well, I have no experience in the restaurant industry other than when I was 17 or 18. I worked as a waitress. We called them waitresses back then.
Mhm.
For maybe 4 months or so. That's the only experience that I have. But I feel like I'm the kind of person, I'm entrepreneurial. I'm going to figure it out.
Does failure ever scare you, or is it just do you think of it as like a learning thing? Because I
No,
think
it's a
failure is what stops the threat
Sure.
of failure. It
Absolutely.
stops a lot of people from even attempting
Well,
anything.
like I said, I mean, like I told you before, we started I also, at the same time we opened Wine Down and bought the building, we also decided to open a boutique franchise, which was where my salon was. And I was all in for that. And I didn't know anything about the boutique industry either, women's clothing. Was working my best to do both. It just was not feasible to do both. There came a point where it just had to be one or the other. And I'm not sure downtown was quite ready. Maybe if we were in Vienna, might have been a little bit different. The boutique might have survived a little bit better, but it was hard to do both. So failure, I mean, so that failed, if you want to call it that,
Yeah,
or
failed,
it's
yeah.
just, I mean, it didn't work out. Do something else. It's okay. You just move on and you do. And I'm 100% in with Wine Down now, and it shows because we're growing.
And I feel like that's a skill in itself too, is knowing, okay, this isn't working.
When do you call it quits?
Yes, let me pivot. Or
Yeah.
I know sometimes the sunken cost fallacy, sometimes it's hard to pull yourself out of something because you're like, I put so much into it.
Yeah. And we did. We invested a lot. We had MOVRC helped us with that. We had an extreme amount of debt. We're still paying off debt from that. It'll be a while before we get out from under that. But, it's a chance you take it's a risk when opening a small business.
Yes.
So,
yes.
but at least I get to focus on Wine Down now, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
And at least you can say that you did it instead of being like, well, I wonder how that would work out.
Yeah.
Because some people never get to that.
Yeah.
To
And
that
who knows?
point.
Maybe there's another business in me somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't tell my husband.
Just give him some wine. We'll just then tell him
Here,
after. Yeah. Here's some.
Yep.
Now, does he like red or white? Do you guys have similar
He's
tastes?
more of a red drinker.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He started out with Lambrusco. If anybody knows Lambrusco, sweet red.
Oh, okay. So he likes the sweet.
Well, used to. Not
did you
anymore.
change him?
Yeah.
You converted him?
Well, he changed himself because
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the sweet wines have, there's digestive issues
Oh,
and
too
stuff
sweet,
like that.
yeah,
Too sweet can
yeah.
really, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he likes his dry reds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you have advice for anybody or a young woman that wants to do like open up her own small business, or do you have any tips for
Oh,
anybody?
I mean, if you're thinking about it, if you have a dream to do it, if the dream was placed in your mind, then there's a possibility. Like, you will find a way to do it. So, I mean, I'm the person who's like, just do it, like, and see what
Like
happens.
Nike, just swoosh,
Just do
just
it.
do it.
I mean, I really feel like, I sometimes as women we do have to work a little bit harder.
Backwards and in heels, yeah.
Right. But it's worth it. To see the success. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're celebrating wins along the way, even the little tiny ones. You got to celebrate those wins. You got to look back to see where you came from. To go, I mean, because I could look at us, if we had a slow night at Wine Down, and be like, oh, okay, but look at what we've done so far. So like we're good. So yeah, I mean, I say go for it. Learn, educate yourself. Like, read things, listen to things, look at stuff. My gosh, the information that's out there in media right now. Like how do you can do anything. And then
Just YouTube it.
And then with AI, AI
Oh,
has become
yeah.
incredible. And you can look things up and you can ask,
Did you have any mentors that helped you at all?
I mean, originally I wouldn't, not necessarily. But like I said, I've been working with a business coach so I would call her my mentor. I found her in 2020 when I was still in the salon industry. And that's been helpful. So, but that's like an investment in myself. Like I knew that if I wanted the things that I wanted and wanted to get success and wanted to be where I knew that I wanted to be and have some goals, I knew I had to invest in myself to get there.
Absolutely.
So.
And I just wanted to ask you, so when you were first opening up Wine Down on Market, was it a hurdle to get people to come to your business? Did you have to do a lot of promoting, or is it kind of if you build it, they will come, or was that a hurdle?
We were surprised, like because we only had Facebook then.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah, TikTok probably wasn't.
I don't even think TikTok was. I'm not. It's
Do you have
only
a TikTok?
4.5 years ago.
Do you have a TikTok?
I don't.
Oh.
I don't.
Or I didn't know if does Wine Down have a TikTok?
They don't.
Oh.
They don't. We just have Instagram and we're online. Instagram.
Everybody
and
loves
Facebook.
Insta though. Yeah. And
But yeah.
Facebook is king around here.
It is.
Yeah.
And so we put out a post and we were like, we're going to be opening a wine bar, and people were like, oh my gosh. And we were not prepared. Like, so when we opened, like we did a soft opening, but then when we actually we weren't prepared for the amount of people that
really?
came those first couple nights. And I know that we lost some people because of that, because we weren't prepared. But you learn and you grow from there. And
I guess it's a pleasant surprise.
it's a pleasant surprise. I would say that, I mean, we have found our people. So like we definitely, because we're a wine bar restaurant and because we're not fast food. We're a little bit more upscale. We're not super fancy. I think people feel like we're fancy because we're a wine bar restaurant, but we try to be very approachable.
Yes.
So I think that kind of holds people off. But I mean, I feel like we're trying.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like we've found our people. Like we have found and more people are finding us. We get a lot of people from out of town.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I'm thrilled about.
Yeah.
And they're like, come open one of these in our town.
To our town. So do you have any big plans for Wine Down in the future? I know you've had a lot of great growth. Is there anything like you are thinking about, like maybe adding or switching up?
I mean, we have been doing more in the cellar space with events and things like that, and just trying to do some more events like on our off hours and things. We're going to continue to be part of the community and you know, anytime that we can do, Taste and Tunes is coming up. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
on the 700 block, we'll be there for that. We're always, a little bit of a sponsor for them as well. So, I mean, we want to work with the community. We're just going to continue to like evolve and develop and listen to what our customers are asking for and just give a great experience. I think that's what people just want, something a little bit more.
They want something fun.
They want something fun.
They want something fun.
And so we're trying to be that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, Pam, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. Come check us out at Wine Down.
Yes.
Come for the
Cheers.
wine, come for the food, come for the cocktails.
Yes.
Cheers.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Pam. And thanks for joining us, everybody. And we'll see you next time.